What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? This is going to be your review for G Status ATL Hustle Season 2, Episode 1, the movie. So listen, as y'all know, well, some of y'all know, some of you don't. I'm on the road right now. I watched the episode last night, so I'm just going to go by my notes. If I miss something, I'll pick it up on the next review, charge it to my head and not my heart. So first of all, what I want to say is this. Can we retire the word period? Can we just retire it? I just don't want to hear it anymore. I don't. Okay, that's number one. Number two, can we retire the term boss bitch or bad bitch? Can we retire those? I'm gonna start with the criticism only because I might forget as I get into my notes. So, the production is great. Again, I'm gonna take anything away from that. My only criticism is the same criticism I had last season. The scenes are too fucking long. They just are. Like at a certain point, get in, say what you gotta say, get out. And what ends up happening is when the scene lingers, the people are looking for something to say. It's like they're struggling for what to say, and it comes off as if it's a script, and it comes off as if this is a total that it was a written script, and they're just trying to remember their lines. For example, the scene at the beginning. Let me say this. I didn't look at the first hour over again. So whatever y'all changed from Saturday night to yesterday, I don't know. I don't know anything new that was added or changed or taken out. So I'm going to go by what I saw on Saturday night before the episode was gone. So, for example, we start this episode off with Charlie's listening party, and we have this long scene with Charlie walking in. Okay, fine, whatever. You want to give him his moment, fine. But then we have this scene between Sherrod and, isn't it Delicious? Is her name Delicious? I hope that's right. It's either Delicious or Desire. I know it's a D. And basically the scene was, listen, I'm only here because production invited me. I don't really rock with Charlie like that. I don't even want to see Tremel, and I'm really not sure how I need to handle it when I run into them. Desire says, Delicious. Delicious says, well, boo, I got your back. You my boy. However you want to carry it is how we going to carry it. But just go in there and just try to have a clean slate. Boom, end the scene. Because that's all we needed to get from that. That whole back and forth with Sherrod, I don't know. I mean, I don't mess with these people like that. Like, it just lasted too long, and it came off as if Sherrod was acting. Like this was a scripted scene instead of a reality scripted scene. I mean, because we know reality is scripted. But y'all understand what I'm saying, right? Moving on. The whole first 40 minutes, at least on Saturday night, was Charlie's listening party. And again, I can appreciate the fact that Charlie dropped his project. I appreciate that y'all giving him that moment, because that's what ultimately that's what this show is about, is to try to show what these people are doing and show the hustle, right? G Status ATL hustle. So again, I can appreciate that Charlie's got that hustle, but did we really need to give it a 45-minute moment? I just don't think we did. And I'm going to be honest with you, as someone who watched last season and saw a lot of what went down last season, it almost seems like Charlie is the new, he who must not be named. Because I just didn't understand why he got a whole 45-minute moment. Like, whatever. Then we met his best friend, what's his name? Argyle, a Google guy Pan. Him and Charlie knew each other. They both went to Morehouse, and he seems like, it seems like once you get past that facade, he's probably not a bad guy. But the facade, I can't get past. Him and Charlie come off very much like Mean Girls, very arrogant, very elitist, very I'm above them. They are, and what I don't understand is on what do you decide that they're beneath you? On what are you measuring that you're better than them? Again, y'all are all young. Y'all are all hustling. Ain't nobody made it to the mountain yet. So explain to me what it is that you're so much better than. And that's the part that Charlie and Google got pain. Whatever his name is, that's what irritated me the most with the two of them. Like, I get it that y'all are best friends and y'all are going kiki kaka. Shouts out to my boy Jada Nerd. Y'all are gonna you're gonna gossip. Like, that's what friends are gonna do. Like, you have a different relationship with him than you have with the other guys on the show. And I get that. And I respect that. But it doesn't have to be mean girl. It doesn't have to be I'm better than all of these girls. Da 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 da. I don't like it. And it just got really old really quick with me. They had this whole scene where they went to the mall and they were shopping, and the whole time they were there, they were just talking about how they were just trying to prove to me how elitist they are. And my thing is, if you got to tell everybody, who you trying to convince, me or you? That's just my 2 cents on that one. But he feels like, he's going to have his boys back this year. He's going to be defending Charlie. Now, I will say the one thing that he did share with us that I thought was quite interesting is that he is a drag queen. He's a drag performer. And that he actually had an opportunity to go on the first season of RuPaul's Drag Race, which is a great accomplishment. He said he ultimately turned it down because he had not come out to his family yet, and he did not want that to be the way they found out, and that they just were not fully accepting of his lifestyle at that point, and he wasn't ready. I guess he wasn't ready for the backlash or ready to deal with it within his family, and so, and I can respect that. I know there's been you look at RuPaul's Drag Race, there's been a few contestants that come on there and say, yeah, my mom doesn't know I do drag. Yeah, my family doesn't know I do drag. And I'm like, so this how they gonna find out? Like, I've said that, like, so they gonna, you're just gonna tell them when you tell the whole world. Okay, okay. So that I thought was very much, and I think his drag name is Kimora, I believe, like Kimora Lee Simmons, I guess. I think it's Kimora. I told y'all I'm going by my notes. Y'all know I'm bad when I keep notes. Y'all know I'm bad anyway. So I'm doing the best I can. Okay? Okay. Then we have this whole moment between Tremel and Charlie. And once again, the scene was too fucking long. Basically, all you wanted us to know from that scene is that Tremel and Charlie ain't really been talking too much ever since the reunion last year, but they thought they had ended on good terms, so they're not really sure why. And Charlie's thing was, I just ain't rock with you because of the people you was rolling with. Of course, they were speaking on He Who Must Not Be Named. I'm going to go on and respect the show and not say the name, but we all know who they talking about. And basically, we know how Tremel was rolling last season. Tremel was rolling real deep with old boy, and by the end of the season, old boy had alienated everybody to the point where nobody really wanted to rock with him. And as you basically were collateral damage, Tremel, that by the end of the season, nobody really was rocking with you either. And you seems like you're not hanging out with that person anymore, or maybe y'all aren't like the best of friends at this point. I'm not saying y'all fell out, but it seems like he's no longer like your road dog or whatever. And so I guess it seems like you're spending a lot of time now trying to repair some of those relationships that you allowed to be ruined through that process. I don't know. That's how I took that. But again, the scene was way too long. Then we had a whole scene with Charlie and Sherrod. Once again, they don't rock with each other, and it was a very tense scene. It was a very, forced moment between the two of them. It was clear they didn't have nothing to say to each other. And Delicious was there sort of playing, mediary, I guess, for lack of a better word. And it just was it was just very mean girl. Like, Charlie was being very mean girl. Like, there was one point where Sherrod introduced Delicious, and Charlie said that Sherrod misgendered Delicious. I didn't hear him do it. I heard him say her, but Charlie heard he, and then Charlie wanted to call it out, which again, if Delicious ain't correct him, but again, it was just a very forced scene that was clear that they just were not together on the same page. Okay, then we have, and that was just sort of the end of that. Charlie, congratulations on your new project. Good luck. Then we had Tremel. We met Ike, a new character, Ike, and we met Akeem. Now listen. I can't even get... Y'all know how I feel about Hakeem. Listen, you can't take Hakeem. You just can't take him seriously. Akeem. Y'all know I never say his name right. Hakeem. You know you can't take him seriously. He says stuff, It never makes sense. It's not connected. It's disjointed. It's all discombobulated. It is just all jumbled in his head, and it comes out that way. He has no gatekeeper. I'm not saying that that makes it okay for the things that he says, but at the end of the day, I just can't take him that damn serious. I just cannot. We know that he has said some inappropriate things, and we'll get to that a little bit later on. But he has said some inappropriate things. But overall, he just be talking just to hear himself talk. I really feel like he just be talking. He just be talking just to hear himself talk. Tramel meets with Ike. Now, Ike, I like Ike, okay, so far. Ike, don't disappoint me, okay? Because you start these seasons off and you be liking people and you're like, oh, I like him, he seems cool, whatever. And then you get to the end of the season and guess what ends up happening? You be mad and you be ready to cuss them out. So I really hope that we don't go through this season and by the end of the season I'm mad at you. But as of right now, you for the as for new cast member, you win the award of who I like the most out of the new cast from last night. Well, from the episode. Ike, I like you. Ike, I like your introduction, Ike. I like how you were like, you might know me from Wheel of Fortune. Oh, no, you don't know me from that. Well, you might know me from, my sock company. Oh, you don't know me from that either. Oh, you might know me from, a singer. No, you don't know me like that. But you can sing. You can sing. I was appreciating that. And you seem like a really cool dude. He said he's from Louisiana. He seems like the kind of person that it took him a while, but he has become very comfortable in his skin. He's very comfortable with who he is, and he is very much about what he will and won't accept from other people that are in his life, whether it be relationship, friendship, business, whatever. Did he go to Morehouse too? I feel like he went to Morehouse too. Don't quote me on that, y'all, because I don't remember. Somehow he got to Atlanta. Maybe he just came to Atlanta like everybody else who come to Atlanta thinking they're going to find their hopes and dreams, child. I don't know. But I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But we have this very awkward scene between him and Tramel where Tramel is trying to ask him out. And it gets very awkward, and it's about, are you gonna cook for me? Well, you asked me out. No, I didn't ask you out, but you need to know if I know how to cook. Well, I ain't cooking for you, but you said that. Child, look, Tramel, boo, you don't know how to ask nobody out. Like, I understand it's rough. It's hard. I get it. It's not easy to ask somebody out. You never know whether you're going to be rejected. But I feel like Ike was giving you the wink, wink. Just ask me. I'm going to say yes. I don't know. But it got really awkward, And it was like, Tramel was like, something about, what do you like to eat? Well, what do you like to eat? Well, what do you like to cook? It was weird. And like, you weren't making it easy. And I feel like a part of you was doing that on purpose. Like, I feel like a part of you was like, I'm going to try to make this as awkward as possible to just see how far he going to let this go before he finally just says, do you want to go get something to eat? Because at the end of the day, because Tramel did that. So do you eat much? Motherfucker, we all eat. Some more than others. We all eat. Tramel, we all eat. But it was cute because I feel like Tramel kind of liked him and didn't want to be rejected. Because it was funny. It was like, I seen you out. And then, Ike was like, but you don't know me. But I seen you out. Just because you seen somebody out, that does not mean you know them. And I feel like y'all probably running a lot of same circles. So y'all probably seen each other at parties or whatever. But that don't mean y'all know each other. You ain't even know his last name. Y'all don't know each other. But it was cute. And Ike said yes. So I'm looking forward to see how that goes. Tramel, hopefully you could be a little more, a little less awkward on the date, but it'll be interesting. So Akeem was telling him that he was having he was planning like a little party, a little get together or whatever, and of course Tramel again was being difficult. But again, I feel like Tramel has a weird sense of humor. Like, sometimes I really do like you, Tramel, and then other times you really irritate me, Tramel. And I feel like, because you said something the other day in the chat, and I wasn't sure if you was throwing shade at me or if you was being real. I don't know what it was. It is what it is. But there are times when I really rock with you. And then there are times when I be like, what the fuck is doing? And so you were kind of fucking with Hakeem. And I thought it was hilarious. Because you were like, so you going to be cooking? Hakeem talking about something. Don't worry about what I'm going to be doing. Okay, we're going to be at your house. Don't worry about it. Just come. Just sit. See, that's me. I need to know the who, the what, the when, the where, the how. I need to know who's gonna be there. I need all of those things before I can make an informed decision. Cause I may not want to come. Depending on who you say is gonna be there and what you say is gonna be happening when I get there. I may not want to come. But Hakeem is having this whole party situation that he's trying to invite everybody to. He said he wants the old cast to meet the new cast and all that good stuff. So, child, we'll see how that work out. Then we see Hakeem have a meeting with Devon. Now, those of you who watch a lot of these web series, you probably know Devon from Chasing Atlanta, season 1 and season 2. I like Devon. I didn't like Devon in this scene. I feel like you was doing too much way too soon. You was really coming off like you were some sort of like VIP, some sort of like star of something. Like, dude, you were on a reality show for 2 seasons and didn't come back for whatever the reason was. Like, I didn't understand that whole, and then like you going down who you know from season 1, who you liked and who you didn't like. Now, the one thing I can appreciate though, this is what I hate that people do on these reality shows. I hate when they act like they didn't look at season 1 and they don't know nobody. You did the exact opposite. So I could appreciate that you were like, Charlie, so-and-so, nope. So-and-so, well. So-and-so, maybe. And I also appreciated that they had Hakeem talk to you because, again, Hakeem also was on Chasing Atlanta as well. So it was that bridge that y'all knew each other from the old show, carrying it over into the new show. And, of course, Hakeem and Devon have their own history and their own baggage. So that was a moment. Then we meet Roman. Roman is a hairstylist. Roman is, I guess, for lack of a better word, androgynous. He said he's not interested in transitioning, that he's not transgendered. He just likes to wear makeup and hair. Here's where me not being in the community, I'm still figuring that out, okay? So I'm just going to leave that there and just tell you that's how he describes himself, because that's all I got, okay? And of course, Roman is a little concerned about Hakeem because some of the comments that Hakeem made last year in reference to Milan. And I can understand that because Hakeem made some very insensitive comments, some very nasty and derogatory comments about Milan. So I definitely can understand you worrying about how that's going to come off. That's valid. We have a moment between Sherrod and Delicious, but again, they're friends, and they were basically just talking about there was another like off camera situation where Sherrod and Charlie ended up getting into it. Or was it Tremel? No, him and Charlie actually had a good moment, and him and Tremel were about to get into it. So again, Sherrod just seems like he's not really getting along with a lot of the guys from last season. So we'll see, continue to see how that continues to roll out. Then there was this last scene where we have Hakeem going into the studio with what's that boy name? Hold on, y'all. I was doing good too. Well, almost good. Hold on, let me get this name. Hold on. Roman, okay? I was going to call him Reggie. I'd have been close. We had this whole scene with Hakeem and Roman. Roman is a producer. Roman makes music. And Hakeem, all of a sudden, is a rapper now. I don't ever remember Hakeem being a rapper. I remember Hakeem being a model. I remember Hakeem doing drag. I remember Hakeem doing... I never remember the rapper part of this conversation with Hakeem. But, okay, we're just going to rock. We're going to let that one roll. But Hakeem is trying to convince this man that they had sex. And Roman was like, dude, that never happened. And Hakeem continues... First of all, I can continue... I don't know if it was just... He's insulting him by saying, well, when I slept with you, you know, you had a 6-pack and, you know, it was about 50 pounds ago because you're not my type now. Well, Hakeem, then why the fuck does it matter? If you are no longer attracted to him and you are not interested in trying to rekindle anything with him, why does it matter? But they spent like a whole 10 or 15 minute conversation with Hakeem trying to convince this man that they had slept together. And I'm really sitting there like, dude, it really sounds like he didn't sleep. And here's what I think happened. Hakeem drinks a lot. I really think Hakeem slept with somebody that probably looked like him, but it wasn't him. I mean, Hakeem was like, I met your mama and everything. And dude was like, no. Remember you went to the church on such and such and such and such? He was like, I ain't never go to that church. Like, it was just weird. It was so weird. And if the dude was lying and he really did sleep with you and it's the truth, maybe there's a reason why he don't want to admit to it. I don't know. Anyway, y'all, that's what I got. If I missed anything, I'll pick it up in the next episode. Let me know what y'all think. Drop it in those comments. Peace.